I think the biggest difference in the time since my father was ill and my sister is ill and now years into her disease, back then there was no level of resources available to families and specifically primary caregivers. Nobody reached out and said, hey, there's somebody for you to talk to. Or we understand what you're going through because we go through it too. In today's age, we're so fortunate that the communities, both the disease community, the healthcare community, and the general community, those that provide senior services, have support groups available.
I was looking online at the Alzheimer's website. I knew where the groups were located, and I knew there was this group in Berkeley on Wednesday nights, only once a month. And he wasn't diagnosed yet, so somehow I was under the impression that I wasn't, qualified to go. I know that took a few months before I kind of figured I'm just going to go anyway, I don't care. And when I did, it was just amazing.
And they come in all forms. You, in fact, can sit in the privacy of your own home and find an online forum, such as the Yahoo groups, or head to the national website of a major organization like the Lewy Body Dementia Association or the Alzheimer's Association. And they have online forums where you can communicate back and forth with not only patients, but caregivers of people going through the same disease process, experiencing the same problems and traumas.
And I said, so I don't know if I'm supposed to be here, but I need to be here because even if the doctor's not willing to call it Alzheimer's, that doesn't mean I'm not living with Alzheimer's. And I really need advice and I really need support. I don't know where else to turn. And they were just so wonderful and so welcoming. In a lot of ways, it's cautionary tales. I have one group, it's all caregivers, and some of them are right at the end, so it's all stages. And that I don't mind at all because I'm learning from them. I don't mind that at all.
I prefer a face-to-face concept versus online. We have in my local community a wide variety of support groups supporting families of those suffering with dementia or other neurological diseases. I first discovered the Lewy Body Dementia, the North Bay group, through a friend that said, hey, have you heard about this? And it was like, what a godsend. We only meet once a month, but I go into that meeting knowing that everybody there, whether it be they have a loved one, whether it be a mother, a sibling, a spouse, a child, they have someone going through the exact same thing. And it's not just the emotional commitment, it's also the fact that we can share something that happened at the doctor's office. Hey, did you hear about this new medication? Or there's a new study out there, or we started this new exercise program and it's fantastic.
I have a friend in the neighborhood. She now comes to one of my groups with me. We drive over together. And I was actually really surprised when her husband got diagnosed and she told me she didn't want to come. I said, oh, come with me to this group. And I said, why wouldn't you want to come to a support group? And she was afraid that, I think she had this wrong impression of what we do when we're there, that we just have a bunch of Kleenexes in the middle of the table and we're grabbing the Kleenexes and we're all crying all the time and maybe complaining or maybe feeling worse by the end of it because you're hearing everyone else's problems. And I said, no, it's not like that at all. We actually laugh quite a bit. We have, quite a bit that you can find humor in these moments. Maybe ultimately it's not funny, but you have to laugh. What else can you do? And what I really like about it is that because everyone is at a different stage and everyone's loved one is going through Alzheimer's in a different way, you can kind of pick and choose, tune in, tune out.
We shed tears together. We share confidences that they feel that they can't share with anyone else. We kind of bare our souls, but what we take away from it is a lot of love.
It's actually very therapeutic when a new person comes in and they're at a stage where I used to be at. It's therapeutic to sort of talk with them, and in that process, it makes me realize how much I've come a long way. So it doesn't drag me down. It doesn't make me feel bad. It makes me realize I'm on this continuum and I just happen to be here, but everyone is in the same boat. And eventually all of us will go through the whole thing. So
We get it. We understand each other. And they take it home. They go home calmer. They go home with more information. And even in between, we email each other. We've become friends.
you get to know each other, and you get your inside jokes, and as I said, laughter is the main thing.